All right, everyone, I've got one last example for us here with related rates. This one, you'll see several of, these more economics-based questions, price and demand toward the end of the homework. Makes sense for us to look at some of those versus the more physical ones with the water and the ripple and the ladder. Here we go. The price P in dollars and demand X for a particular toaster oven is this. X equals 800 minus 36 square root P plus 20. So the idea is whatever we set the price at, that affects the demand. The demand, we're thinking of the units they sell, for whatever time component. I think here we're going to have weeks, so the units per week. Okay, so then they say if the current price of this toaster oven is $124 and is increasing at $3 per week. So I don't know if that's they're thinking of changing it, or if that's exactly why that is what it is. I'm not an economics person, but okay, it doesn't matter. If the current price is $124 and increasing at $3 per week, find the rate of change in demand. Hey, this is a great one for these questions. We already have the equation, right? There's no drawing to make. We don't have to figure out the equation. We already got it. If you want to pause the video here and try and get this one, I think that'd be awesome practice. Go for it. I'm going to just be quiet for a few seconds here, give you a chance to pause and check it out. Okay, so if you tried it, then let's see how this plays out. So we have the equation already. First thing we want to do then is take our derivative. So it's probably a better idea to think of that square root as raising the p plus 20 to the 1/2 power. So our derivative with respect to t, time, well, derivative of x is simply dx over dt. Derivative of 800 is the 0. The minus 36, a constant multiple, just going to carry down. The 1/2 is going to multiply. We copy this part, and the 1/2 now becomes a negative 1/2. There's our chain rule, derivative of the outside happening here, okay? But then we got to think, hey, for a chain rule, I then have to multiply by the derivative of the p plus 20. Well, the 20 will be 0, but the derivative of p, dp over dt. So there we've got a chain rule happening. And after we clean it up, looks a little bit nicer this way, negative 18. Okay, yeah. And you know what would be even better? We've got a negative exponent. Let's tuck that underneath and even turn it back in to a square root. So we go back into the denominator with that, and the 1/2, is the square root there. Dx over dt equals negative 18 dp over dt, all divided by the square root of p plus 20. I really like this form if we have to plug values in. I mean, sure, this works just as well, but I can really see much clearer what's happening when I write it this way if I'm going to plug numbers in, right? Okay, so then the question becomes, which of our derivatives are they asking about? And in the question, right, they said, find the rate of change in demand. Well, that's dx over dt, instantaneous rate of change of demand. So it must be that we know the values of p and dp over dt. We must know how to plug numbers in for those. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. In the question, it's off the screen now, but they said the price was 124, and they said that the price was increasing at $3 per week. So I put positive 3, being really clear that the price is increasing at $3 per week. If they had said the price was decreasing at $3 per week, we would need to say negative 3. But they did say the price was increasing, so positive 3 for our derivative of dp over dt. Plugging all that in, 3 positive 3 for our derivative, 124, and that cleans up really nice. I'll let you crunch the numbers to verify this, but dx over dt equals negative 4.5. And then you think, okay, well, we got the value of the derivative. And be perfectly frank, if this was a test, that's all I would care about. But there are units that go on with this. So if you really want to go the extra step, what are the units on dx over dt? Well, the units on x are what's like how many units they can sell. And so units and then dt is weeks, and so the demand is decreasing. Well, it's negative, so demand is dropping if they try and raise the price at 4.5 units per week. There you go. That is the end of 3.6 and related rates. Please go back and watch anything again if you need to. And of course, in our normal class time, I'll be available. Any questions in our live session through Zoom. See you guys there. We can talk about this question again. I'm going to bring some other questions from the section there as well. And then any other questions you guys have, we can chat about it. See you there.